you want to edit like Devin Jatho? If you do, you gotta watch this video. I'm gonna be doing a 3-part series of how to edit like Devin, where I'm gonna be breaking down different cool edits that he used in his videos. And in today's video, we're gonna take a look at how to make this text and logo effect for one of his intros. And as always, all the assets are gonna be down in the description for you guys to download and follow along if you like to. And yeah, I'm done bullshit. Now let's get right into the video, boys. Okay, once you're in CapCut, obviously the first thing you want to do is to drag the original video here at the bottom.
If you need content ideas for TikToks or Instagram Reels.
So first thing you want to do, we'll do the text first, and we'll probably do it separately. We'll do content ideas first, and then we'll do the glitch and the infinity symbol separately. Okay, you want to go to text, drag it here, and then you write content ideas. Make sure it's all caps. Press return, ideas. For the font, you want to use Montserrat, and the font size should be 17. Make sure you check the bold style, and we're gonna adjust the scale first. So you want to uncheck uniform scale, and then we're gonna put it to 117 for the width and 100 for the height. Okay, now we're just gonna position it better. And how we're gonna do that, we're just gonna go here and then just press spacebar. You can zoom in to check the position. It doesn't have to be like really accurate. Some like this is pretty good already. And then you want to go to glow, and we're gonna put that on and tune down the intensity to 33 and the range to 21. So it looks more subtle, right? Okay, now we're gonna do the glitch text. Okay, same thing, go to text, and then you drag it here, and the right glitch, make sure it's all caps, and then font size 17, style bold. And for the color, you want to do this one. You can copy the hex here, and the scale you want to uncheck it, and the width should be 116 and the height should be 99. Make sure you change the font to Montserrat. And this is the important part, you want to go to glow. For the intensity, you want to do 59. For the range, you want to do 52. And the color, you want it to be this one. Now we're gonna do the infinity symbol. It's not gonna look exactly like the one in Devin's video, but you know, we're gonna try our best here. Okay, go to text, do the same thing obviously, and this time you have to, you know, go on the internet and copy the infinity symbol, and then you paste it here like this. And then font size 17. For the color, you want to change it to this one. Make sure you check on the bold style. In the scale, you want to put it up to 187. Kind of want to align it. This is pretty much the same scale. And then you want to go to glow, and don't tweak the intensity or range. Just keep it as 50 and 40. But you want to change the color to this one. After we got done with all the text and everything, we're gonna move on to doing the logos. We're gonna do the TikTok logo and the Instagram logo. The first thing you want to do, you want to just hide everything first, so it's gonna be easier to see everything. And let's do the Instagram logo first. So you drag it here, and for the scale, you want to put it down to 15, and you want to rotate it by like -3%, and you want to start adding some effects to it because it doesn't really look like that right now. And the first thing you want to do is to add a little bit of a glow effect. So you want to go to video effects and go to flash vibration, and we're going to tweak it right now. Put it to 100 for the atmosphere, and then the color is going to be 20, and then glow is going to be 5, range 59, and then speed 0. Another effect you want to add to it is blur, and you kind of just want to put it down to like 36. It's pretty good right now. You want to like increase the scale to 16, or 15 is fine. And actually want to put it down below all the text and everything. And now we're gonna do the TikTok logo. You can drag it onto your timeline, and for the scale, you want to do 50%, and you want to rotate it by 8%. And for this one, we're gonna go to adjustment first and go to basic, and we're gonna put up the saturation by a little bit, by like 5. It makes the color more colorful. And then we're gonna go down to highlight and put it up to 18. And now you do the same thing again. You add the same effects again. You want to add flash vibration, but then 100. And this one, for the color, you want to do 48, and the glow you want to do 84, range 15, speed put it down to 0, and you want to add blur to it. For the blur, you want to put it down a little bit to 45. We're gonna start with the animation now. So we're gonna animate all the text first before doing the logos. We're gonna do the content ideas first, and you want to make a keyframe at the first frame on the scale and the opacity. For the opacity, you want to put it down to say like 25 or like 23. And then for the scale, you want to put it down by 5, so 112. And then let's see when it stops moving, around like 19 frames. So you want to put it back to 117, put a scale, and you want to put the opacity all the way to 100.
If you need content,
and now we're gonna animate the glitch text. You want to go 3 frames in, 1, 2, 3, and then you want to make a keyframe here on the scale and the opacity. In the scale, you want to put it down to 108, and opacity you want to put it down to around, I'll say 24, and then I think you go around 14 frames. Then you want to put the opacity to 100, and you want to put the scale back to 116, and now with some like this. Perfect. And now we're gonna do the infinity symbol animation. So we want to go like 4 frames first, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you put it here. And you want to adjust the rotation. You want to put it to 37 degrees and put down opacity to 6%. But don't make a keyframe here. First, you want to go 2 frames forward, 1, 2, and then you make a keyframe on the opacity and the rotation. And then you go about like 17 frames. So it should be here, and then you want to put the rotation to 360, and you want to put the opacity all the way up to 100. Probably want to adjust the position better. And as you can see, we have to tweak the keyframe animation a little bit because it's not exactly the same as the original video. I'm trying to make it as close as possible. So you want to right click it and then press show keyframe animation, or you can press option key or alt key. Then you want to open the keyframes, and you probably want to use ESL2. Let's see, still a little bit too fast at first. I'm going to like put it down a little bit. Yeah, you're just gonna play around with it after you're done. And now you have to start adjusting the glow. You want to make a keyframe here on the glow animation, put it here, and then you want to turn it off and see like here, all the glow is turned off. So you want to replicate it. You want to turn the intensity all the way down to 10, and then range 2, and then you just pretty much copy them. You just gotta copy the keyframes here and see when it's the brightest. So around like here, copy and paste, and then you want to copy this keyframe and turn it off and see when it's gonna go dark. So here, paste it, and then you copy the keyframe here, probably here, and there you go. Before we move on to the next part, I forgot one thing when we were animating the infinity symbol, which is the color change. So in this part, you're gonna be, adjusting the glow, right? You will want to change the color too, but remember, not the color in the glow section, but the color in like the general section. And then you want to go to the next. You want to go to the next frame. You want to go to the next frame here where the intensity and the range is put to the minimum. You want to go to color, and you want to change that to this color. And you want to go to the next keyframe here, and then you want to put it back to the original one. And then you do the same thing. And now you have some like this. Alright, now we're gonna animate the part where all the text is gonna go down a little bit. So if you want to make it more convenient, you can highlight all the text here and then create a compound clip, and then just check the keyframe. So here, like right before it starts to go down, you want to keyframe the position, and then you want to go to a point where it stops going down anymore. So probably here, and then you want to just drag down the position, probably like -130.
for TikToks or Instagram Reels.
And you want to go tweak the keyframe animation a little bit, and for this one we'll probably use Easen 2, and we're just going to tweak it a little bit.
TikToks or Instagram.
Okay, now we're gonna do the logo animation. We're gonna start with the TikTok logo first. Okay, you want to go frame by frame. Here it's barely visible, but you can see the TikTok logo here. So we're gonna start from here, and then we're gonna make a keyframe on the position and the opacity. You want to put down opacity to around 5-6%. Same thing, you want to go frame by frame. Here, when it stops moving, and then we'll put the opacity to 100 first, and you want to move it up to around here. After you've done that, you want to go to the next frame, and as you can see, the opacity is like turned down a little bit. So this time you want to put the opacity down to 13%, and then you kind of just follow along. Go frame by frame here, and then you want to put it back to 100, and then right before it starts like moving to the right, so I'll say here, you want to make a keyframe on the position and the opacity, They kind of just replicate that.
TikToks or Instagram Reels.
And then you want to put the opacity down, this time to 9%. Now we're gonna open the keyframe animation and we're gonna start adjusting some of the animations here. Okay, the first animation of it sliding up,
TikToks or Instagram.
I'm probably gonna use ease into,
TikToks.
and then we're gonna tweak it a little bit. And now we're gonna go tweak the X position, and we're probably gonna do the same thing too. We're probably gonna use ease into, and then we're gonna adjust the curve a little bit.
Instagram Reel.
And after you're done tweaking the graph to your liking, what you want to do right now is to probably cut it first. So you press Ctrl B or Command B here, so you can cut it when it ends. And you want to right click and then create compound clip here. And the reason you want to do that is because you can turn on motion blur here, and then you want to put it to around 90%. It should look pretty good.
Or Instagram Reels.
Last but not least, we're gonna do the Instagram logo animation. You want to start the animation at pretty much the same time as the TikTok logo, so you put it around there, and this time the opacity is gonna be 0. And then you want to go 1 frame forward, and then you want to add a keyframe on the opacity and on the position as well. And then you go frame by frame to around here when it stops moving. And now you can put the opacity up to 13, so it's a little bit more visible, but you can barely even see it. And you want to put the logo up here. And now you want to look back at the original video and see when the logo starts moving. So here. So right before that, you want to make a keyframe there on the position and the opacity. And then you go frame by frame to when it stops moving, so around here. And then you want to drag it here, and you want to put the opacity back up to 80%. And then if you go to the next frame, you can see that the opacity is like turned down a little bit, and we're gonna do the same thing as well, and we're gonna put it down to around 20%. And then we're just gonna follow along. Here is back up again, so 80, and I think that's it.
TikToks or Instagram Reels.
And we're gonna trim it right now here first, and then we're gonna adjust the graph. We're gonna adjust the Y graph first, and then obviously we're gonna use ease into.
TikToks or Instagram.
Okay, after that you want to do the X graph, and yeah, same thing, ease into, and then we're gonna adjust it. Okay, perfect. And lastly, we're gonna right click it and then create compound clip, and then we're gonna add some motion blur to it and then put it to 90, and that's gonna be our final result. And you should have something like this. I'm gonna turn off the video. There you go. And yeah, that's it for today's video. If you like it, make sure to give me a like and subscribe, and let me know in the comment section what kind of tutorials you want me to do next. Other than that, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys in part 2. Peace out.